All right, I think we've got it. I think we now have
You think
audio and video good.
the video to this is just gonna be us mining out a terraria world?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Zaelet podcast. I'm here with my co-host.
Yo,
What what do we call you?
I don't know. I still
We're
don't have a
here
name.
with I don't know. And today we're gonna be mining out a Terraria world. We've already started this project. We've got a lot of the way
What a
through,
mineable. Okay.
and we decided to start our podcast. This will be the first episode, and so come with us as we go on this kind of boring journey and talk about whatever we want to talk about. We haven't decided what this podcast is called. We thought about Freakishly Funny, but one of those already exists by I think some German kids. So we'll have to ask them if they're gonna copyright that in the future. It has like 5 episodes, so I don't know. You'd have to look it up on Spotify. Freakishly Funny. Anyway,
And what, like, click on the podcast tab?
you can
know.
probably podcast. Yeah, search podcasts. Freakishly Funny.
You'll
I
find
don't
it.
I don't know what they're saying because I don't speak. I think it's German or yeah.
I think we were like joking about the name when I was going up like an infinite staircase, and then we looked into it and we realized that someone already made the podcast name.
He was walking up a staircase in a Roblox game about I think it's like it's a Dreamer game. He was walking up a staircase for 30 minutes, and at one point he turned around and walked back for like 10 seconds and was like, okay, well, I didn't get to the bottom after 10 seconds of walking, so it must not be infinite. And then he keeps walking for another like 20 minutes, and then he turns around and walks for like 15 seconds and it gets to the bottom. Anyway, so this podcast essentially will be menial tasks with us chatting in front of it. So today, as I was saying before I started the recording, I was watching Records of Ragnarok, which is an anime that I started a long time ago and never finished.
I think
About
just like superhuman people fighting each other.
no, it's about the gods facing off against the humans to decide if the humans can survive or will be basically insta killed.
Oh, it's gods against superhumans.
Yeah,
Got
gods
it.
against the greatest humans of all time. So, for example, one of them was Jack the Ripper.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah, wait, you
I
remember
think
like
that's
the
such.
person Jack the Ripper, or like the guy from the
I
anime?
think the one in Records of Ragnarok.
Okay, it would have confused me quite a bit if you knew the actual Jack the Ripper. Like, oh yeah, I was chill with that guy.
Yeah, I was chill with that guy. Trust.
Yeah, he ripped my guts out and then killed me. But yeah, I was chill with him.
Yeah.
So
Don't
yeah,
worry,
it's
put that
just people of history, or I think they're all real. I don't actually know. Some of them might not be. In from like multiple mythologies. Like there's the gods are like Greek and Norse, and there's like what's it called? Indian, Asian, pretty much every mythology. It basically canonizes every god into one like pantheon of gods, and so the gods want to basically get rid of humans, and so they're having a tournament of 13 rounds, 13 matches, and whoever wins 7 matches first wins. And if the gods win, they get rid of all the humans, and if the humans win, they continue living until the next Ragnarok, I believe. So I am at the end of the first season, and I'm at the point I've just finished the fight between Buddha, yes, Buddha, the fat guy. In this show, he isn't a fat golden statue. Technically, in real life, he was also not a fat golden statue.
I think they changed just like their golden statues, and I think he was depicted as more of the, you know, chubby type,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah,
And then
rotund.
they
He
just
was like a laughing, large, round-bellied guy. From the depictions I've seen. This depiction, he's not that. He's like a youthful, um, muscular guy. You'd have to see him, and you'd know that he is definitely not the common depiction of Buddha. I think they probably got in hot water for their depictions of some of the gods, um, but he was fighting this guy I've never heard of, called Zero Fuku, who is a combination of the seven what was it? Seven fortunes, like the seven gods of fortune. He was essentially their true form because he split himself, so that he didn't kill a bunch of people and spread misfortune. Because he wanted to spread fortune, but then nobody really appreciated his fortune after a while, because humans, when the whole point of his backstory was that, like, humans, when they become fortunate enough, become like, they don't become happy, they just keep relying on their fortune. And then Buddha's whole thing was that fortune, or at least in the anime, I don't know if this was actually his teaching, it might have been, that fortune comes from within. And so it was essentially the balance between them, of, like, one of them thinks they can give people fortune, and the other thinks that only you can give you fortune, that being Buddha. And Zero Fuku, he comes back to being like a good kid, because originally he was very, like, happy with giving people fortune, but then at some point he realized, when he realized that people didn't actually really care about receiving fortune, or really care about him, he essentially snapped and became evil. And so during the fight, and spoilers, of course, I'm talking about it. He becomes good again, but then, right when you're like, oh yeah, he became good again, and this is like love wins. Um, like almost every single one of them was love wins, except for the one where Jack the Ripper killed Hercules.
Oh well, yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and then Zero Fuku gets, like, possessed and turned into the sixth demon king, Papaya. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but I like calling him Papaya, like the fruit. And Papaya loses because, of course, love wins, and Buddha had the power of love on his side, so can't beat that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that's the end of season 1, and all the other fights were good. I think my favorite was probably the one between the swords guy and Poseidon, who was supposed to be like one of the strongest gods. There was also Zeus and Adam, which was Zeus and Adam, which was a banger.
Like Adam and Eve, Adam.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Zeus,
dang,
like the
that's
lightning
crazy.
guy. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
I
believe
know
Zeus
Zeus. Like,
Zeus won because Adam. Okay, here's the cool scene. Adam literally died and didn't stop attacking Zeus.
huh?
He was attacking him past death, and I thought that was a pretty good scene. Admittedly, it was a long time ago that I watched it, so it might not be as peak as I remember, but I remember it being pretty good.
Peak things sometimes stay peak, you know.
I can't say it is I'll admit, I was craving more Baki Hanma, because I watched Baki Hanma a while ago. Nobody will know that, as in my co-host. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Will know that. Because I was talking about it with them, and Baki is a phenomenal show. It's very strange, but it's strange in the best way, like JoJo's or Don.
Ah,
And where's the rest of this dungeon? Anyway, and I was wanting to have more of that type of anime, you know, tournament style, fight style, two big fat men, or maybe not fat, big muscular men beat each other up, and we have to explain everything because you have no clue what's going on otherwise. I like that kind of anime, and I think Baki is better than Records of Ragnarok. It's better animated. The story maybe doesn't make as much sense. I think the stories from Records of Ragnarok are better, but Baki and Records of Ragnarok and maybe some other shows that I can't think of off the top of my head, they're good to just like sit down and you don't have anything else you really care to watch. They're just a fun time waster.
Let me guess, I missed it
Oh,
again.
that's the entire dungeon gone.
How do you know?
Because I can see it on my map.
I'm gonna be late.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna be laid.
No, I'm gonna be late.
All right, I'm gonna go check out what you've done on the right side of the world. I started this to about here probably, and then we got the drill mount. I was doing this by hand, and then we got the drill mount from Moonlord. This is the first. I think this is probably the first ever playthrough of mine, vanilla Terraria playthrough of mine, where I've actually beat Moonlord without cheating, because I think the other one was
You cheated beating Moonlord?
It was journey mode.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure I multiple times just quickly turned on and off God mode to fully heal, and then so I wasn't technically invincible, but it's been fun doing vanilla Terraria.
So yeah, sometimes it's good to take a break from modded.
Like Calamity, love Calamity to death. You will know that. Oh, sorry, I don't know. Will know that, and so will all of my friends. I talk about it a lot, probably more than most. I'm a big Calamity fan, but and here's I don't know if this is a hot take or not, because I've had some people agree with me. Vanilla is definitely harder than Calamity. If not for just one reason, that being that Calamity has not only more quality of life things than you would think. Like, it gives you a crafting recipe for most accessories. For like the Terra Spark boots, you can craft Hermes boots, and you can craft pretty much everything. But also because in Calamity, boss summons are infinite, and vanilla they're not. So you only have a limited amount of tries before you have to go grind again.
Grind all of this stuff, yeah.
So it ends up being a lot slower in vanilla, which almost makes it, I wouldn't say technically harder, but another thing is Calamity has a bunch of items, so you can make a really OP build and just kind of, you can tank pretty much anything, you can out DPS pretty much anything. If you have the right accessories on, you can pretty much cheese anything. But in vanilla, there's significantly less stuff you can have. So I think
Plus the dashes in vanilla are like...
Oh, no ram dash in vanilla. Well, actually, technically, Solar Armor has a ram dash, but that's post Moonlord. So what are you really using that for?
Yeah.
Maybe Empress? Maybe you're doing all the bosses again? No, it's...
Me and my friend did Empress pre-moon, so we didn't even use any of the Moonlord items for Empress.
It might be useful for like daytime, but...
tries, but yeah, we did nighttime because we would always get obliterated by daytime at our current progression.
And I think...
And then his computer heart attack, and he failed to save it to Cloud, so he lost the character we played with.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah. It was sad.
I think that Empress of Light is definitely the best vanilla boss in a like a Calamity player's mind. Like in my mind, the best vanilla boss is Empress of Light because she's the most bullet hell boss.
Yeah.
Moonlord
I honestly got
has
so
some bullet hell.
proficient at I got so proficient at it, and then we beat it, and now I don't know if I'm so good at it because I haven't done it since. But
Mm-hmm.
you know,
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I think it's the most. I feel like it holds up even to modded standards, and it's definitely the most. There's this funny thing. I'm in a Terraria. I don't remember which Terraria server it was that I'm in. Where I heard somebody say, "I really like Empress of Light," and then like a couple minutes later, they were like, "Wait, Empress of Light is a vanilla boss?" Because they were playing Calamity, and I'm pretty sure they had thought it was a Calamity boss because it does fit the style.
yeah,
And that's why I think it's pretty good because it fits that Calamity style, and I am a Calamity degenerate, as one might say. What's what's your favorite boss in Vanilla Terraria?
um, maybe. Well, like pre-hard or not?
No, any boss in the game. You can give me your top three if you don't have like any specific one.
I don't know. Empress is honestly pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Moonlord is fun with free Moonlord gear.
True.
Queen Bee is a fun early game boss.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Bee.
Yeah, I think I'd say something pretty similar. Other than I don't really care for Moonlord any of the times. I think that Empress is a good boss, Queen Bee is a good boss, and I think my third favorite boss, just because of how iconic it is probably King Slime.
Mm.
So it's probably Empress top, Queen Bee next, King Slime. Eye of Cthulhu, I don't think is.
You also do use their mounts.
Oh
quite a
yes,
lot.
I use the King Slime
Slimy
mount all the
Tackle
time.
and
Gelatinous
the Pillion
Pillions,
as
yeah.
well.
Queen
That's
Slime
like
is
your
a
favorite
fine
mount.
boss. I like Queen Slime. All the bosses that were added later, like Deerclops, Queen Slime, Empress, are I think they got more bullet helly and kind of more of that modded-ish style. Like it's definitely more vanilla than some of the modded bosses, but I think there's like a lot of things going on the screen, and they look much different than the older bosses. Like Eye of Cthulhu and King Slime look like their style is very different from those newer bosses like Deerclops and Empress and Queen Slime.
I've never gone and done a summoner playthrough.
Really, I think Vanilla Summoner is kind of mid.
Well,
It is
yeah.
the newest class, and I think they're adding like more whips and stuff in the new update. But currently, the only like pre-boss summon weapons are that are good. It's probably like the only option really is Flink Staff, or yeah, Flink Staff.
Or if you get lucky, Finch.
Or if you get well, Finch Staff isn't that good of a pre-boss weapon. Like it's fine. It's not as bad as you might think. But it's not good either. Like it's,
Yeah.
I'd probably rather have Abigail, but Abigail's
Getting
also not
Abigail's
that
a little
good.
harder.
And well, no, Abigail is definitely easier because all you have to do is die.
True. Yeah, you just have to jump off of however tall.
So that's usually probably the first summon I go for, just so that I have a summon. I think Finch Staff might actually be better damage wise and like range wise because Abigail really only does work in when you have enough of her summon because it's like Desert Tiger, you know, where you only have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Desert
But
Tiger or Stardust
the
Dragon.
more you summon, the stronger
The
it
stronger
gets.
it gets, yeah. So I
Yeah.
think If you have the right build, she might be good, especially because she gets a buff in hard mode. But
Oh, she does? I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
she does. She gets significantly stronger, but I don't think it makes her good enough. So the only pre-boss, can you get Vampire Frogstaff pre-boss, or is that post Eye of Cthulhu? Let me look it up real quick.
I think it might be post I, but if not, then that might be a pretty good one.
Yeah, otherwise that would be, because that one can carry you for a while if it's.
Yeah.
Okay, it does seem like it you can get it pre-boss. So I would say that's probably your best pre-boss summon, other than Flinkstaff. And the only pre-boss summon armor is the Flink's armor.
Mm-hmm.
So usually my build is Flink's armor, and just because I don't usually get Vampire Frogstaff that early, it's Flink's armor, Flink's staff, and like Snapthorn, which is fine. Like it works for the first bosses, like Eye of Cthulhu and King Slime. But they don't drop summon either. It's the early game for summoner is very rough in vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
The late game is easier, I think, because you have stuff like Ravenstaff right here, and like Queen Slime, the summon there. I think early hard mode is pretty good for summoner too. You've got your Queen Slime Blade Staff. You've got your Dread Nautilus. Wait, I don't remember what progression Dread Nautilus is. I think it's around there. Then you've got your the Sanguine Staff and the Blade Staff are, I think, your bets in early hard mode. But then you also have the drop from
Spider
Wildflesh.
Staff?
Spider Staff, yeah, Spider Staff. I don't think the actual. I think you really go to that for the armor, because the Spider Staff, from what I remember, doesn't really work for anything except for like Skeletron Prime, maybe, because of how the bosses work, or the minions work. So I think your best bet is Spider Armor with probably Sanguine Staff for the most DPS, or Blade Staff with I think Blade Staff can do debuffs, right? I think that's the meta.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Yeah, or that, or it's something because they have a really high like hit rate. Yeah. So early hard mode for summoner is probably the best point in progression. Maybe actually, because I was just thinking about it, we were doing this event, that's the Eternia Crystal event. That actually has some banger armor and summons, especially in hard mode. So if you want to multi-class with summoner, that's an amazing choice. That's an amazing option. The Eternia sets, and the event isn't that bad. So if you haven't done it, I do recommend at least trying it. It's based on a game that me and I don't know used to play a long time ago, called Dungeon Defenders. Actually, it's based on Dungeon Defenders 2,
really?
I think. Yeah.
What?
Wow. What? You didn't know that?
I didn't even know that.
What?
No, I honestly didn't know that.
That's what? It's called the Eternia Crystal and everything. You don't remember?
I might just have been slow all this time, but oh my goodness.
It's a crossover between them. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, that game was dude, we
that
mained
game
that
so
game.
fun.
We mained that game.
Yeah.
The original, not the Dungeon Defenders 2. I don't think I've really ever played that.
Yeah,
but the original of that game, we were grinding.
That was so freaking fun.
We could barely get to Ogre, and because we were crappy at video games. So we got to like Ogre, and we were like, why is it so hard? And I don't think we beat Ogre. I think we had to call in our video gamer friend.
Yeah.
Around that same time, the games to play at that point in time were Dungeon Defenders, and then Night Squad.
Night
And
Squad.
Night Squad, the strat was basically move in a circle faster than the other person and hit them with your knife. or get the ranged weapon that bounces off of walls, and then you can go from anywhere.
Yeah.
Bow users used to be OP. Like if you were a good bow user, you could beat every single melee user.
Yeah.
Boomerang was fun if you mastered the spinny technique on the boomerang map. You could get a bunch of kills.
Yeah.
And
Where
then
you
there
spin
was
in
was it
circle
called
and
the
it never
Ripper?
comes back
I
to
think it
you.
was called the Ripper, right? The thing that bounced off of the walls.
Maybe.
I think it was the Ripper.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That
think it
thing
was.
that thing was insane. You get the map that has one of those. You grab it and then you. Oh wait, you know the best game mode?
What?
The one where it's like a elimination. I forgot what it's called, but it's essentially everybody spawns in a little area. There's a bunch of things placed around the map, like weapons placed around the map, and I think they slowly spawn. So, or the free for all, I guess. Or Juggernaut. Juggernaut was banger too. You would literally just sit inside your place and to shoot out the door at the right angle, and just hope that you were far enough away from the wall that they couldn't stab you through the wall.
Yeah.
And then you just get infinite kills, and you could never lose. Oh, that game was so fun.
But alas, it's Xbox only.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
What guy did you play? I played the blue guy because blue is my favorite color.
I think I was like one of the like progression unlocked ones.
Yeah. You were the emo guy. You
Yeah,
were the edgy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, I don't remember what it's called. But
Me neither.
But it was the one that was like the black, edgy, dark knight sort of vibe.
I
That
could
was the
tell
one
you if I
they
played the
played.
game again, but
Yeah, probably. I think
I
the blue
could
one's
not
name
tell
was
you.
Lightning.
yeah.
And whenever somebody else picked Lightning, I was like, no, that's mine. So anybody else who played that game, they'll know what we're talking about. Maybe they thought it was crappy, but we were kids, so it was goated. It was goated if you're a kid, and we were competitive. We could, at our peaks, we could go against hard bots. Most of the time, though, we were playing at medium, so that I'm pretty sure I was the best out of the both of us. So, I could go against the hard bots, and you were just sitting back. I'm pretty sure you were a bow user a lot of the time.
I was a bow user a lot of the time, because I could aim, but that's about it.
And I could not aim for the life of me, but I could do I could do those little PvP sword fights. Yeah. Probably the only other games we played at that point in time. I can't really think of.
What was that one that wait, what was it called? It was like
describe it to me.
It was like there were different classes. It was kind of like it was like kind of like Minecraft, but with like ranger classes and stuff like that. And
I think you're talking about Terraria.
No, it was different. It was kind of like Dungeon Defenders and Minecraft had a child. You know? We would play with that one guy from that one place.
Wow, that's so specific. Skyland? Wait, no, it's not Skylanders. I was thinking of
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Like it's on the tip of my brain. Not the name of it, but like the game itself.
Yeah.
What was it like? Wait. Okay, I know it now. The one, it was like the, not like beat 'em up, but you would play as like a piece of bread. Or like it was these random little avatar things, right? And you would pick up I think you started with a crossbow or a sword, right?
Oh, that one was fun too. But no, I was talking
No,
about no. But wait, what was that one called now?
I don't
That
remember
one was
that one either.
fire
That
too.
one was that one was banger.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the one we play with
Arc
occasionally.
Knights? Wait, is it called Portal Knights?
Portal Knights. Portal Knights,
That's
bro.
where I got my
That one.
Discord name,
Uh,
D Boss. That's the first time I
that
think I used that name.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know torches could freaking fly. My god. That was fun too.
That
Wait,
one
what was
was
that other
fun.
one?
We got to a point
Was
where we just could not progress though.
Yeah, no.
What was the other one? That one was also real fun.
That one was fun. But it was like
It was
it
like
was more
a
like a game capture or
3D
something.
I wouldn't say quite isometric. It was like top down ish, and you could have I think up to 4 players, and you just went around killing things. It was almost Enter the Gungeon core. It was like a 3D Enter the Gungeon core thing, I think. And you could play as like I
Yeah.
think you could play as like a piece of bread or
Yeah,
a
you could
fish.
definitely play a piece of
I
bread,
think you
yeah.
could play as a fish. That one was fun too. Otherwise it was just,
Oh,
Terraria, Minecraft.
I'm
Probably
like,
wait, we had the 360 Minecraft.
oh
I
my
mean, you
god.
as a child, you know what you did. You built a diamond block house. And
Yeah.
it was just a square with maybe a roof if you wanted to be fancy, but oftentimes you just left a roof out and a door and
Yep.
torches.
hmm That was the child's house building
Or
core.
or
Or the tutorial.
oh
You just
true,
play the
you get
tutorial
you
over and
get the
over
book.
again.
Oh the tutorial world. Oh yeah, that one was so good. I think at one point we couldn't figure out because we definitely needed that tutorial.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't figure out how to get to the next area and open the chest, so we were trying to uh, open the chest with a fishing rod. I vividly remember that, and I don't. It's one of those things where like, why would I ever remember that or have to remember that? But you do.
Oh, yeah.
Good times, good times. Otherwise, the thing you would do is you would
Ooh,
make a
remember
nether
freaking
portal.
lovers?
Oh, Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, still a banger game.
Yeah.
There's just one game. We can talk about Lovers more after I just get this out there. There's just one
Yeah.
game I played with the best friend of mine, the greatest of all time, the goat, the great yeah. Um, it was on their TV in their living room, and you would take the controller, and it was basically crossy roads, but there were also zombies that you could shoot and kill. And I don't think you ever played it with me. And I brought this up one time before, and you brought up a completely different game.
Yeah.
But
I think you're talking about that game, but
yeah,
I guess not.
I'm actually gonna leave that still because I want that pylon. Anyway, Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time, kind of goated game. With a goated message, that being love wins.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookie. Where the frick I get a chocolate chip cookie from?
Yeah,
What drops chocolate chip cookie?
Good question. What does chocolate cookie chip cookie? What's your health looking like?
I have 455 max HP.
So
I
how many
need
more?
9 more.
Okay.
How many you got? All of them?
Yeah. And I've got 3 extra, so I just need 6 more. This thing annihilates blocks. Jeebus.
What?
This drone.
Yeah. You've been using it for that long and you haven't realized?
Well, I've just been going so slow.
Why?
I've been doing it so slow. I don't know, because
You got all that much progress? If you don't know any, if you know nothing about I don't know,
we can
bro
just
is a
call me,
gamer.
I guess.
What?
We can just call me Onyx.
Okay, that's his
what I
Discord
go by.
username and
That's
what
what
he
I
goes
go
by
by.
on most things. I think.
Yeah.
So Onyx here, bro is a gamer. Bro plays more video games than me, and I play a lot of video games. Um, I introduced them to Risk of Rain 2. I played that on like the Switch before I had a computer. I love that game. That's a great game. And every time I ever introduce Onyx to a game, they spend a week not getting better at me than the game because I'm like pretty good at video games generally, but like playing the game more than me. So Onyx is almost 100% at Risk of Rain. Maybe they will have by the time this comes out. Probably not, because it should come out pretty soon. I might be able to get it out on late April 1st.
I probably will not have 100% Risk of Rain because to do 3 achievements, I need the Secrets of the Storm
Yeah, but you can say you 100% it.
DLC. So, well, I can do 2 with my friend's Secrets of the Storm DLC, but the last one I need the DLC for because it gives me the character.
How many
But
hours
if
do
I
you have
kill,
on Risk of Rain?
let me go check. Probably
Like
a lot.
100?
Maybe more.
I have like 40 hours on Risk of Rain on the
I have
computer.
125 hours.
Yeah, I thought it would be about there.
And on Phasma, I've got a day.
I got Phasmophobia years ago. Didn't play it because every time I've opened it when I was alone, I got scared instantly and left. Now it's not really scary at all. Maybe still it would be if I were alone. I don't like playing Phasmophobia alone. Onyx joins me, buys a game, and a couple weeks later, now they're like level. What level are you now?
I think I'm level 60, maybe 70 with 1 prestige.
60, 70 with 1 prestige.
I guess 160.
What?
You could say.
Oh, okay, because of the prestige.
Yeah.
Okay. I am like level 17.
Wow.
And now
Okay,
I
so
join
you technically
Phasmophobia with bro, and bro just enters he enters the house and goes, okay, it's a Moroi.
Well, you technically.
That's a demon.
have
That's a demon.
You technically have 117 because you have a prestige as well for some reason. I don't know how the frick you did it.
It was like I have a plaque on the wall now, and it was like in honor of your accomplishments before the date of whatever date it was that they reset. I don't remember. And I was level 2 because I had played maybe like 3 games ever, and then I think they like reset the all progress or something. I don't know what happens.
Prestigious reset your progress.
Yeah, but I think it was like a game wide.
Yeah.
Like a game wide, you don't have anything anymore. You got to start from scratch. But here's a little plaque. I'm sure that ruined a bunch of people's days.
Yeah, I hate honey. On God.
You could always get the ultra absorbent sponge. You just have to do a bunch of fishing quests.
Alright.
Also, Regretivator. If you haven't heard of Regretivator, play it. It's on Roblox. Probably one of the top 10 Roblox games out there.
I don't play it as much anymore because they pissed me off.
Okay, I don't play it as much anymore because you have to kind of replay old content over and over to get to the new content. That's why I don't play it. I love that game though.
I spent like 14 hours straight.
Oh,
of my life,
right.
And I got the 500 floor streak which is like one of the hardest badges to obtain in the game, aside from the like
Meet the
100K
devs
floors
or
in
100K
total.
floors, yeah.
A dev was actually in my server when I got my 500 floor streak,
So did you get the Meet
and
the
then
Devs badge?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
and then like a week or two later, they remove it from the game.
Yeah, they got rid of it, but they didn't get rid of the 100K floors one, did they?
No,
That one's still there. And the thing is, at least last time I checked, it might have changed by a lot, especially
there's
after the hunt.
almost two people who have 100K floors,
There's almost two.
but
There's only one person.
the person who had 100K floors now has 165K floors.
Yeah, so there is one person of all time that can potentially have 100% of the game Regretivator. I don't know if
I
they've
don't know them
almost certainly met the dev.
specifically.
They've almost
Yeah,
certainly done all of
I'm
the other achievements except for maybe one or two. But
some of them
that many
are
floors.
RNG, like the "this is rigged" one, which is the get reroll 3 times in a row, or the maze one.
Yeah, but I
Well,
feel like if you've done
I'm sure
160,000
yeah,
floors, you've gotten that.
I'm sure they have it by
So
now.
there's one person who is almost certainly 100%ed Regretivator, and nobody else has ever done it.
And who knows? The Whoa Perfect badge is honestly kind of annoying.
What's that one?
It's on the Rock Park.
Yeah.
You have to arrive to the secret door, and it be opening, like in the process of opening, and you can't have someone stand there and then like you open the door for them. You have to open the door and get there to get the badge, which there is a couple ways that people have figured out how to do it, but it's just an annoying badge.
I didn't even know that badge existed.
It's,
I mainly like the characters of Regretivator. I saw the Folly plushie go on sale, or not on sale, but like go up, and I was like, okay, I'm copping that immediately, cause Folly.
I like basically paid for it.
Oh, true. I did a commission for Onyx. I initially said $20, $20, cause you're my family. But then the Folly plushie drops like 2 days later, and it was $30, and I was like, so I'm raising the price of your commission retroactively after you already paid me.
Well, actually, I was like, I can just pay you more.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought it.
Yeah. Because it's like
it hasn't arrived yet. I'm still waiting for it to arrive.
It's like a thing that bro has to have.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like...
Whenever I mention my favorite characters, Folly is mentioned every single time.
Yeah. Bro loves Folly.
I love Folly.
The saddest thing is when they removed Folly's freaking Christmas outfit or Halloween.
No, the saddest thing was when they removed Folly's bad posture.
True.
No, but the
that one black and white outfit was fire.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. That was the Halloween one. The black and white one with
It was one of the events. I don't know which one.
Yeah, that was Halloween. The Christmas one was nice girls. I think it was either nice girls or like cool girls or something like that. Wear black. That was what was written on their shirt. I have a picture of it. I'll put it up on the...
Like the infected tough girls wear pink one.
Yeah.
Not tough guys wear pink.
Sorry. Folly is... And it might be cringe to say this for some people, but... I don't know. It's just, I've always just had a thing for the evil girls. Tall, evil, not human. Those are the 3 check marks for character I like. Like Susie from Deltarune. Or Sebastian from Pressure. Tall. evil, not
I
human.
like women tall, evil, and not human.
And I also have other types, but yeah. Like I don't only like evil women.
Not really too sure about that.
Well.
Whoa.
I was trying to name somebody, name another woman that wasn't evil and tall that I liked,
Oh, but bro couldn't.
but bro couldn't.
Oh, we can't judge people nowadays.
Well, you could.
From not.
You could be like the guy from. You could be like the guy I was talking about,
Which guy?
Papaya, from
Mm.
from that anime I was watching. He just kept saying
Oh.
judgment. He was saying judgment so much it sounded like a JoJo stan saying Oro.
Okay.
You know? Wait, no, if I haven't you haven't watched. When JoJo stands attack, they say Oro.
Oh.
And they're actually saying I don't know what aura means, but they're just saying it over and over.
Funny. So you need what, 9 more to be max?
Yeah.
Okay. I have 5.
Okay. Well, we won't be growing anymore because we're getting rid of the jungle.
I know. If all else fails, I'll leave a couple of blocks.
If all else fails, we can just rebuild.
Yeah.
That's why I'm leaving spawn, because the eventual goal after we mine the whole world is to make an actual world arena.
Oh. I didn't know that. You just said mine a world, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
that was the
what
original
going
thing.
on?
But I thought it might be fun to also then proceed to.
We should also make like a haul of our favoriteest things,
Okay.
or like trophies. Hey, look, there's another one.
I mean, honestly, I think I've gotten most of the achievements I've achieved in because I used to play Terraria on the Xbox that we got rid of, the Xbox One that we no longer have. And
Yeah, we told that a while ago.
And I've also been playing mostly modded, so I do not actually like before this playthrough, I had not beaten anything past I don't think Plantera. I think Plantera was the furthest I got, or like mech bosses were the first I got because I think that's the hardest point in progression in Terraria.
You ever know where your sharpening station went? It just disappeared one day.
I still don't know where it went, but the merchant sells one, so I just bought a new one. Just today. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I haven't gotten. I had not killed anything past mech bosses, and I had not crafted Terra Spark boots. I had not crafted an Onk shield. I hadn't done 10 fishing quests over the entirety of the playthrough of all the playthroughs.
You want like almost a stack of most crates?
No.
Okay.
How do you have almost a stack of most crates?
Magic.
I think bro's a cheater in many games.
Nah.
Quality of lifer.
Yeah.
I've gotten like 10 different achievements that you should be able to get from one playthrough, which admittedly this was that playthrough. This was the first like actual serious playthrough I'd done of vanilla in a while. And actually the only one I've done on this computer or this account at all. Vanilla is fun. Like, you don't know what fun is until you this isn't gonna sound fun until you build a you don't know what true Terraria dopamine is until you mine out by hand or bomb, no dynamite, just bomb a pre-hard mode whatchamacallit, mob farm. It's right there. I'm zooming in on it on the map. It's right here. You keep summoning Plantera, bro.
My God.
I built
I think.
that in pre-hard mode, and just for fun, like.
Oh, she's so fast. She's enraged.
It is because you got rid of all the
No,
all the jungle.
stop! I brought her to hell. This is not
Oh,
funny. This is not funny anymore. I fell through where I accidentally dug. I'm dead. She's coming for you, by the way.
but I have the Zenith.
Senator, please. And this is why I want to mine out the whole entire jungle. I freaking hate Plantera.
She's just standing there, menacingly. Oh, she thinks you're still there. Oh, never mind. She despawned, I think.
Good, good, good.
I think. Didn't say she despawned, but... This first time crafting the Zenith on this save, too. I just did that today.
I've never crafted the Zenith.
I think I can just toss it over to you and you'll get the achievement. You want it?
Sure.
Okay, teleport to me.
Whoa, where is bro?
I'm just mining.
Oh, my invincible. Huh. There you go. Infinity +1 sword. How many do I have? 6. I need a couple more. Oh, the party girl's here.
Sugoi. Mika.
Mika.
I just got Mikasakus on my freaking rare creatures meter.
Reminds me when it's 11 something p.m. in the game. Like 11:30 p.m. in the game.
Okay.
So I can go.
Oh, go get the Empress spawns? Yeah. You know what's funny? Just viewers or Onyx. The funniest thing to me is that more people have beaten Empress of Light than Deerclops. Because nobody does Deerclops. They were added. I think are they the newest boss, or is that Empress? I don't remember. But nobody cares about them because, I mean, they're a cool boss, but I don't think many people actually like notice that boss. And it's a fun boss. It has a cool gimmick where if you don't kill it, that's fine. It takes an entire day to despawn, so like an in-game day, not a real-life day. So even if you die once, it's fine.
5's the worst to mine through.
Honey. You could always get that potion that makes you move freely through liquids. The flipper potion. I think that's what it does. I think it counts for honey. Maybe we should get Rod of Discord.
Maybe.
Is there an achievement for Rod of Discord?
I have no clue. I've never gotten it on any account. I'll be honest with you.
Says the person who on his first playthrough of Terraria ever got the dirtiest block pre boss.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you also get the slime staff?
Elevator. I did. I ended up getting 4 in that single world.
What?
Yeah.
4 slime staffs?
Yeah. I didn't ever find the second dirtiest block, but I didn't.
I don't think I've gotten a single slime staff in vanilla ever, except for when I bought one in Get Good. Or, no, sorry, Get Fixed Boy. Sorry. Not Get Good. That's the YouTuber.
I don't know, man. I'm not
Get
that
Good,
lucky.
well.
I guess maybe I am. In certain games, I'm lucky.
Well, yeah, because it's the not community property. You're using all
like
your
in
luck.
Limbus too.
Oh, Limbus? Are you that lucky? Oh yeah.
On my first, I got a 000.
Like the tutorial role?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could get a 000 on the tutorial role. I knew you could get. I'm pretty sure everybody gets the Ishmael 00, the one where they're like wrapping a bandage on their hand. Wait, no. Which one is it? Did you get it?
Probably. I don't actually know.
I think it's.
I think
it's seeded.
Though. I think I've got 2. Ishmael 00s. So. Oh, 54 in Kanto 4 is honestly might take
54.
me a
Oh,
while.
54 like
Level
levels.
stage thing.
I
Yeah.
still haven't beat Cromer. I started the game multiple months before Onyx. They're further than me. So is my friend who started at the same time as me, though. So I just don't like grinding, bro.
Yeah, you impressed not a grinder.
This is the only game I grind at.
Fair enough. Oh my goodness. Wait, that's so many crispy honey blocks. Oh, that's like 4 hives touching this lava. Hey, it does work for honey. I can now vouch and say the flippers potions do in fact work for honey.
I thought they would. We chose a small world because we didn't want to mine out an entire large world. We might do that one day in the far future whenever we get the craving for another Terraria vanilla playthrough.
Honestly, you know what's funny? I
What?
was like struggling to get like enough life crystals or stuff. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, why didn't you make this like a medium? And then he said, you don't want to mine a medium world, do you? And I said, sure. And now that I'm mining this small one, I realize maybe I don't actually.
Yeah, I don't actually know the size
This-
difference,
at this point in time.
but this, I mean, I have like, I'll have to check how many hours I have on this character. But I
Like
think it's
the
probably
carpal
upwards of
tunnel.
40, like 43.
Oh yeah, you were also doing like farm building and stuff. So
I was doing. I have like probably 15 more hours than Onyx, or maybe 10 because you did. Well, actually no, because I was just AFK there, so I got the hours.
Yeah. Yep. Bro, I was bored one day. Well, I was bored from like most games.
But bro
That's
wanted
when
to
we're like,
mine.
frick yeah, I'm a mine.
Yeah, at one point I spent like maybe 2-3 hours completely leveling the world. Actually, maybe it was more than that, like 4. Like 4 hours completely leveling the world, so it was all upon this one line, except for this because I didn't want to get rid of that ocean. I'm showing the video watchers. It was all straight on that line. Need to remove that. That might have been removed actually. I just might not have checked.
What?
The wood blocks on the right of the world. Have you removed those?
Yeah, those are
Okay.
gone. Yeah.
I just haven't checked.
Everything should be gone from the right side.
I'm gonna start
That's
clearing
what
out
should
all
be.
of hell.
Hmm?
I'm gonna start clearing out all of hell. I think that's
You
gonna be
want
the
some
most
obsidian skin potions?
Oh yes, please.
I actually think I just put them on in the chest. Now I think about it, the
Alright.
potions chest. So I don't have them. I used to have them on me because I was mining out hell. The first bit of this. We should have like 11, I think.
I think we had 8. I only take one at a time though. I might not even be able to.
But you'll
No,
probably
I can.
get more from hell itself.
I'm actually gonna teleport to you and go over here.
Yeah, smart.
Portal gun. Fun fact, all you Terraria players, if you didn't know, holding portal gun makes you fall really fast. Okay, this is all gone.
Everything on the very far right should be from sky to hell. Gone.
Okay, yeah. It looks like it, yeah. By the way, make sure on the edge of the world, if you do the other edge, there's like one block layer
yeah,
on the
map.
side, yeah.
I didn't know I could mine that.
Yeah, you can mine those. Only with the drill mount, I think.
It's 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Yes,
remind you.
Denver. Oh. I'll get it eventually, guys.
The one thing that's not even that quality of life, like that's not ore excavator, that's not magic storage, that's not any of those things. The one thing I can barely live without is you can't rebind dash in vanilla.
Yeah, honestly, they do need to make a rebind dash.
Because normally I have it bound to shift. So when I click shift, I dash instantly. Which is great because then I can have very precise. Admittedly, you don't really need that precise of movement in vanilla, except for maybe Empress. But otherwise, you don't really need precise movement as much so as in Calamity. So it's not that bad, but having it would be nice. Because double tap dash is kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Any self-respecting content mod should have a way to rebind that, or like have something that that has its own keybind for a dash, like Godslayer armor.
I remember using that dash a little.
I don't use that dash. I just use the normal ram dash.
Yeah, I used it just because I had it.
Okay, I'm not gonna mine hell because I also don't have flipper potions. I'm gonna go back to where I was. Nah, I'm chilling.
I love being able to just phase tank Queen Bee.
Even as
I
a
can't
mage.
Phase Terra.
Yeah. I probably could. I almost certainly could actually. I have 90 defense.
If I probably had warding on my things,
I can get rid of all the Sky Islands.
I can maybe face tank if I had warding on all my stuff, but I'm damage mainly, so I have menacing.
Mage is like one of the highest damage classes. I think somebody tested it on like what do you call it, Dungeon Guardian, and melee and mage were the two fastest kills, because melee of course has Zenith, and then mage has the last prism, which both it's really just what has higher fire rate and crit chance, kind of, because you do have the chance to do 2 damage rather than 1 damage. Did you clear the walls from the one above the house? I'll just go check.
No.
Okay.
In fact, not.
Where is it? Oh, it's the jungle house. I see. Well, it seems like we've ran out of things to talk about today on Freakishly Funny Podcast. So we'll see you next time, whenever we decide to do another episode. If we ever do. April Fools, guys, this is not actually a podcast announcement. I'm not going to host this every day for the next 100,000 weeks. But it is also not a complete troll. If we ever feel like doing another one of these, we might do it. We might drop a random episode. I'm not going to say when, though. That's for you to find out.
And us to find out, too.
And us to find out, too. Yep. Well, we'll see you next time. This has been the cast of Freakishly Funny, if that's what we've decided to call this. You know what? Let's do a little 5-10 minute deciding what our name's gonna be. We could go Freakishly Funny. We looked it up. I was surprised no big shot had done it, seeing as like every person in Los Angeles or someplace like Los Angeles has a podcast. You definitely would expect them to have one of them to have called their podcast Freakishly Funny, because that's a good podcast name, I'll be honest. But if we don't do Freakishly Funny, what could we do? This is the hardest part of any podcast, is deciding the name.
So true.
I feel like it's got to be 2 words.
Yeah.
Every good podcast I can think of is 2 words long. Let's see. Chuckle Sandwich, Sad Boys I've been listening to with Jarvis Johnson and oh frick. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the other guy's name right now. Safety Third. I don't actually really watch that one. Just Roll With It is 3, I guess.
Excavation Station was kind of fun though.
That it was called The Shaft.
Oh, true.
Excavation Station.
I honestly forgot the title. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, The Shaft, the Minecraft podcast, The Shaft. If anybody has ever listened to that, tell me why they stopped making podcast episodes in like 2020 something. I think it was like 2021 was their last podcast episode that they uploaded. They were going for a while. They were going since like the release of Minecraft. So I wonder why they stopped. Maybe it just wasn't raking in the cash they wanted. Or maybe they just like grew up or got like other things they wanted to do, or just didn't have the passion for it anymore. But I don't think they had like a definitive
way more
word.
hours than I thought I did. I thought I could take one of those. I thought I could take a dead man's chest straight to the face.
He could not. So Freakishly Funny is nice. I like it. I want to keep in the like short and sweet, not long, rolls off the tongue territory. It doesn't have to be some like, it could be a pun. I like puns. If you know me, I like my puns sometimes. I actually like specifically bad puns, because the worse the pun is, the funnier it's gonna be.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? That helped me mine a little bit. I'm happy for this dead man chest.
We could also name it after like the premise of the podcast, which is we do boring things while talking.
True. I'm a stupid archer now.
So I feel like our slogan should definitely be the most boring podcast. No, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. No, that's not a good idea. But I do kind of like the idea of basing
it proceeds to be us sitting in silence for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. We could call it Sitting in Silence No, there's got to be like a meditation podcast that's called Sitting in Silence Podcast.
Yeah. There probably is.
We could call it Menial Tasks.
Menial Tasks. Why is there a mimic after me?
Or Menial Podcast. I feel like menial is a nice word we could use.
Menial is a nice word. It floats off the tongue.
Floats. Okay, menial. All right. We got to come up with the kicker though. We got to come up with the phrase that really hits.
I have max health for you.
Menial microphone. I feel like it's got to be another M.
Menial Madness.
Ooh, wait. Okay, that's good. Menial. Okay, think about this.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I like Menial Madness. I don't know why I said think about this. Where'd you go? Oh, I see.
I'm still the juggle. I mined it up, so I would say meet me at the top.
You left one.
Well, I've got 10, so
no, you left one thing of blocks.
Oh yeah, I know. Get over here.
Get over here. Okay, I do like Menial Madness. That's our podcast name now. Thank you. We beat Moonlord many times without me having max HP.
When I wasn't on the phone, I soloed it once.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to tank and it did not go well.
This isn't even a reforged. One sec, let me reforge this.
You didn't reforge your Zenith?
Nope.
Zenith?
Because the Goblin Tinker was not alive at that point.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Is he dead?
I don't think so. He shouldn't be.
Wait, where is he? Oh, he's literally just at spawn.
Huh.
I don't like how they don't remove back into where they. Oh dang, that was fast. I almost accidentally reforged past legendary, which was the first thing I reforged to. Holy moly!
Hmm.
I got almost 10k damage with this thing.
W's.
I got 9k.
I'm about to summon Plantera again.
I got you, bro.
This way. And right out there. Wow. My problems are solved.
All over.
Where are they?
Alright, this has been the first episode of Menial Madness. We'll come back at you with another episode at some point in time. If this video didn't go up on April Fool's, well, just imagine that it did. Because this was essentially an April Fool's release of a full-time podcast, which we are not going to do. Because we have lives and stuff. So, we'll see you next time. We hope you have a good rest of the however long it is between this time and next podcast. This has been Zaelet.
And this has been Onyx.
And we'll see you next time on Menial Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting carpal tunnel in my fingers, I swear.